I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, but let me ask you a question, Richie Matt, Zoom to Thailand. And salute to you. You know, you on the cusp of 100K, man. You've earned that. You have done, bar none. You are probably the best editor that I have seen in general. When it comes to editing videos and all that, man, cutting all that, like you do your thing, man. So let me ask you this question. And I asked all of the gentlemen prior to you coming on. What are some of the few things that you learned about living overseas and or traveling overseas?
Some of the things
positive things.
Well, it's nothing but positive for me. You know, I stay in the positive world. What I've learned is, like, you know, we were taught and groomed in the Matrix that it's the best country in the world, and the Matrix #1, and we the best. And when I realized and got outside of the Matrix, I learned that there's so much more, man. There's so much culture. There's so many people, because our history was taken from us. So we don't really have a history or a base like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, Alex can go to his base and know where he is. None of us can really go to our base and know where we are, where we come from, and all of that stuff. So the positive thing I got is that, you know, we can be respected as men. We don't have to worry about being targets by the police. We don't have to worry about being stereotyped, generally speaking. And people love us all over the world as compared to, like, popular belief that people don't. So that's what I learned, man. I learned to love people, love culture. I love Latin culture because I grew up in a Latin culture. I grew up in a Jewish culture. I grew up in a Black culture. So I was able to see a little bit of everything, Muslim culture. So I learned a lot from that and just learn how big the world is. So, man, I love to travel. I employ everybody to do it, because there's nothing better. And I got to give it up, take my hat off to people like Flyboy Way, who showed us the way, you know what I mean, and did his thing. Big Boss, who helped introduce me to some of the people that I met, you know, along my journey. Like, I couldn't do it by myself. Everybody who, Coach Andre came with me when I first, I know Flyboy Way paused. Coach Andre helped me on my first live stream. We stayed on for 8 hours. Like, everybody, like, even the people I haven't known, People Life, everybody who's helped me on my journey. This is for all of us, man. Honestly, it's not about me. It's for all of us. So I want you guys to come to that 100K celebration in July. Y'all can make it to the 100K, y'all. Y'all need to be here. It's gonna be one for the ages. It's a party, and the player hater then just can't come. You dig?
Talk to him. Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. It's very good to know, man, because a lot of people just think, like, yeah, I'm just traveling and everything gonna be simple. No, not necessarily, man. You got to know the ins and outs of it.
Facts.
What would you say would be 1 or 2 watch outs for someone who is traveling internationally for the first time? In general. You're on mute, brother. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Thank you, gentlemen. First thing that I would recommend is live your own journey. You know, experience your own journey. Don't throw away your journey trying to imitate what you see, what somebody on YouTube does. We give you information. We can tell you about locations. We can tell you about how to do it safely. But at the end of the day, it is your trip. Make sure that you enjoy your story so you can create stories that you'd be able to tell yourself. Second thing is look for something to learn while you're on your trip. Don't just go back to the States and you just partied the whole time and you didn't pick up anything. You didn't network with somebody or learn different foods that you can enjoy that you didn't know you could enjoy in the States, or even picking up a couple of words of a new language, or even when you come to Cali, Colombia, you got to learn salsa. Just something new. Take something with you other than just what you got in your cell phone as far as photos. Take something back with you, and that'll motivate you to get ready for your next trip going down the turnpike. So those are my 2. Learn something and live your own travel experience. Don't try to imitate 100% what you see the rest of us do.
Great point. Great point. All right. You know what? A Zoom, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Follow up.
I mean, it's hard to follow Dre when he
You gonna
says
let him follow me? How you
No,
gonna
it's
do that
not.
to that man?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey, Zoom, you be cooking too. You be cooking too, man.
I mean, but Dre is like, I give props where props is due, man. Dre is a hard act because what he said, he's completely right. You know what I mean? A lot of people think when you go to places like Colombia, Thailand, DR, Brazil, it's a one-trick pony. Like everything is like the same. You know, we going for this and that. Even though I don't think anybody owes anybody explanation doing anything that's legal. You know what I mean? Like it's like people whatever they want to say is what they want to say. But Dre's right in terms of learning things, picking up things. I've learned so much about culture here. The language is hard to learn. I'm trying to get it, but it's hard to learn. But there's so much more to like Thailand than just like the obvious what people talk about. It's like it's so much more, and that's what I try to teach y'all. Like in the episodes. What I do is I razzle dazzle y'all with the editing, or at least try to, and then I try to educate you guys after that. Kind of like how KRS-One would do. He'd give you the da-da-da-da-da, but then he's going to educate you. So I try to give you guys in each episode a little gem to take home about Thailand that you may or may not have known. So like Dre said, taking away something, learning something, like it's so important. And I ain't even been to Colombia, but I'm from LA. So it's like it's a huge Hispanic market in LA. The biggest radio and TV markets in LA are Spanish stations. A lot of people don't even know that. That's in LA. So learning salsa, learning the language, like Americans, we should all know some form of Spanish because that's one of the biggest cultures in our country or in their country. I'm not the Matrix, but just like Dre said, taking away things that you can learn from, whether it's trying a new food, whether it's just going and visiting a temple, learning the difference in respect. Because here, respect is very, very revered. Like people, you have to save face. Like you can't be loud and doing a bunch of stuff because you'll get handled in a certain kind of way. And the biggest punishment they can give somebody is to throw them out, in my opinion. So you don't want to come to paradise and get thrown out. So just learning when you go to any country, learning what the rules and the laws are. Just like if you come to LA, I'm from a certain side of LA. So there's certain rules and laws of what you need to do to survive. Other parts of LA, it's a whole different thing. So when you go to a different place, like they said, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. So just learn the culture, try to absorb the culture and really enjoy it because ours, we don't really have. So that's pretty much what I got to say.
Yeah. Excellent point, man.
You see me, I'm over here holding the shirt. Bed ain't made of.
Hold on. Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. New York Film Academy. Absolutely, man.
Yes, sir. And in LA, I went to the one in LA. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I had to learn, had to get the skills down. But yeah,
man, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to my man Zoom to Thailand. Man, Jay Fleming is in the building, but before I go there,
Jay Fleming in the building. What up, Jay?
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. This is an all-star panel, man. Hey,
y'all hear me? All right, y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you. We hear you, bro. We hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, man. So I don't got much time. So
wait a minute. Average Man Unplugged. Talk to me, man.
Well, let me hurry up and say my piece because it looked like they celebrating Carnival early, man. Andre warned me about this. They over here blaring their music.
No worries. And that was the reason why I wanted to get to you, because I figured that you probably got to bounce out.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, like he said, man, it's a lot of heavy hitters on the panel. Some of you guys I have been inspired by. I just want to say, when it first came to this travel thing, I remember binge watching Ace Live. I remember going back and forth between Ace Live and Flyboy. And before I even met KingzNDreamz, I never knew like how close y'all were. So once again, it just goes to show you how small this world is, even though we all over the world as of right now. I'm in Barranquilla. This is my first trip. I've only been out here a week. I'm enjoying it. Richie Mack, I plan on being there in April, and if you welcome me, I will also be there in July, man, for the 100K. Uncle Dre, I learned so much. Like I told him in the chat the other time, when he talks, I shut up and listen, because he just dropped so many gems and he has so many wise words. And I just want to, and Jay Fleming, been a big supporter. Oh man, just so much love on the panel, man. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be sitting here in Battenkill right now. So again, man, keep doing what y'all do. Appreciate the love. Thank you guys, man. And this passport movement is only gonna get bigger, man. It's only gonna get bigger, man. So appreciate the love, you guys. And KingzNDreamz, happy birthday! Thank you for having me so much, man. Man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, Jay, man, newcomer, to this stream. Let the people know who you are, what your channel is about, and then also, you know what? I don't want to triple bombard you. So let the people know who you are and what your channel is about. I got a third question for you.
So I'm Jay Fleming. You guys just type in my name on YouTube. You'll see me. I should pop up. I'll be in front of the vet that I actually traded in not too long ago. But yeah, man, my channel's about, I do a couple of, I guess, reaction videos, and I kind of break them down. And then I'll have a couple people up. We'd like to talk about a few things. I think I'm going to start doing a little bit different material, to be honest with you. I'm kind of, I'm over the whole reaction to what, things are being said in the Matrix. I think it's time to move the conversation forward. But yeah, man, I just wanted to stop by and say, man, happy 38th birthday, man. Shout out to Flyboy Way, man. I actually, I seen you guys video in Cartagena, and that's one of the reasons I actually went to Cartagena. Shout out to Uncle Dre. That's my man right there. He's always dropping gems. Shout out to Zoom to Thailand, Richie Mack, the back man. I actually hit him up. I'm asking him about a few investment opportunities out there. So, I love what's going on in this community. I definitely identify myself as a passport bro, because I just think it's one of those things where, it's a blanket statement. At this point, it's a blanket term, and whoever, if you black and you traveling and you get into any issues, you're going to be considered a passport bro. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? So, right. You might as well go ahead and claim it. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the people on the chat.
Okay, so Jay, stay right there. Let me ask you a question, right? Okay, so do you clarify yourself as a passport bro due to what the media is saying, or is that something that you're just embracing because that's something that you want to do?
I mean, it's something I want to do. Definitely, because I feel like we have.
I respect that.
Yeah, we have a community here, and a lot of us are starting to become very close, right? Yeah. So I think. For me, I have a vision, guys. This is my thing. I have a vision. It's not just about women. It's not just about traveling. It's about actually building communities outside of the states, right?
Right.
I feel as though I actually talked to one MT about this. It was, people have their Korea towns and their Hispanic towns and whatnot. Why can't we have something like an American town or a black town in different parts of the world? So to me, Passport Bros is just a start. It's just, it's in the teething stages. To me, we're just getting started. We're barely getting mainstream. I think this thing is going to be around for a long time. So I feel as though I might as well embrace the whole Passport Bro movement.
Yeah. Well, as long as punks don't break down. If they don't break down, hold down the fort.
Yeah, I think.
No, but it's the truth. It's the truth. As long as we got some break down. I'm gonna have the coach. Listen, talk about how the tall guys need to get ready and get dressed. Do you know how difficult it is?
They don't get it, man. It takes more
get
material, more time. It takes a lot longer just to iron a shirt. It takes a lot longer. You short dudes, man. All y'all do is just one iron swipe, hit the iron, swipe, hit the arm, swipe, and you're good. Put it on. That's it.
I'm here.
They be doing quick swipes.
Hey, man, it ain't about the hype, man. It's about that light skin swag. You know how them light skin brothers take forever to get ready. They still think it's the barge era. That's the problem. They still think
they're not hearing it. They're not hearing it.
God, these light skinned short dudes, man. He's light skinned and short. He got a double whammy. See what I'm saying?
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
The West Coast, they don't understand. It don't take East Coasters that long to get dressed. We used to the cold. We got to get dressed. We got to hurry up and get to work. West Coast dudes, they laid back by nature. They I get to it when I get to it, man.
Good. What's up, panel? James Casino, Chocolate Man in Thailand. Yes, I know I'm not that chocolate, and Dre has something to say about that label. That's okay.
Oh man, I had like 5 white chocolate
congregation. Shout out to my life in congregation. We in the building.
Too. We got game in the game.
Light skin congregation with the glasses. Southern Comfort. Yeah, you know what? That's your new name, Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
But yeah, real talk though. You know, passport, traveling, broadening your horizons, all that. I mean, the reality is, you know, you're going to expand yourself when you start traveling. You're going to learn more about yourself and other people, other cultures. I mean, I could keep it that simple. That's why I live in a foreign country, because my own country has pretty much priced me out the game. I have nothing wrong with America or American women. I don't want to get caught up in that movement or anything like that. I don't want to get caught up in that where people like, you know, you moved out there because of the women, or you moved out there because, you know, there's too much bad stuff happening in America. That's not why I left America. I got priced out of America. So I might be a little bit different than some other cats. They might say otherwise why they left America. But for me, you know, it comes down to finance. It's cheaper to live over here. But, you know, as a benefit to living outside the country, I have realized that, yeah, some things in America ain't that great. They ain't that great. When you come out here and see how other people live, you know, even though they broke by comparison, they don't care about it. They don't live it. They're not wrapped up in it. They're not trying to keep up with the neighbors. They're not trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that. That's one of the first things you realize, is that, you know, being poor isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, when you have a strong community, a strong family, when you look around and everybody around you is trying to help you out, you're part of a community. That's just better. It's just a better thing. But I'm not going to go on too long. I'm not Dre. I don't talk for 35 minutes. I only got like a couple of blurs out there.
Bang, bang.
Nugget out there. I'm happy with that.
No. Wait a minute, Jacqueline. Stay right there. Okay, right?
I'm right here.
Because you mentioned. Hold on. Okay, so you mentioned, as far as not getting a headache or whatever, right? So can you explain when you were in the States as opposed to when you were getting a headache, as opposed to now where you are now, like where you're not getting a headache? Can you break down those, comparison? And you can break it down to a high level.
So ask me that again. What are you asking me exactly?
Okay, so what I'm asking is that all right, so when you were dealing with women, in the States, then you relocated outside of the States. Can you say what was beneficial for you with dealing with the woman outside of the United States as opposed to when you were dealing with the woman inside of the United States?
Well, the thing is, in the States, I dated a lot of Asian women in the States too, and a lot of them were immigrant women. So they didn't originate in the United States. Now, the ones who homegrown women that I dated, black women that I dated, white women that I've dated, things like that, I guess they were just, to me, it wasn't that big a deal. They just, I don't know, maybe I'm just very good at vetting my partners or who I want to, consider my companion when I was there in America. Maybe to me, I don't have the same problems that other people have. I didn't run into that issue. I have nothing against, the homegrown women that I dated. You know, nothing against them whatsoever. I didn't feel like they, you know, were trying to manipulate me in any way or feel like I had some certain, you know, whatever. I never felt like I had some special commitment or some special rules I had to follow because I was dating an American woman, and they didn't try to apply any special pressure to me to get married or I have to support them or I have to take care of them, anything like that. So that's why I'm a terrible example. I'm a terrible person to talk to about these type of things because I don't have the same problem. I don't have any of the misogyny or hate towards any kind of female out there. I had great relationships. I have many, you know, I'm not necessarily friends with all of them, but I still communicate with some of them, and they're still good people, you know. So I didn't have the same reason to leave the country as others. Dating with women over here, obviously, though, I've had many excellent experiences over here as well in long-term relationships that I've had overseas, dating with you know, usually Asian women, Filipinos, Thais, etc. So yeah, they're great. They're great. They're lovely. But are they better or worse than American women? In general, for me, not a problem. For me, not a problem. For other people, I understand. But me, I just don't have skin in the game. You know, I can do either one. For me, it's a financial thing. So that's just my space.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Yeah, and I know that's not the normal argument. That's not normally what people get on here and talk about. That's not normally what they claiming. You know, hey, you black men are leaving America because the women, you know, they just dragging them down. Whatever. Shoot, the last sister I dated in America was in South Carolina, and she was an angel. She was wonderful. She was a very, very good person. You know, if I hadn't been leaving the country and moving on, we might have still been in a relationship. So.
Well, let me say this, right? You know what I mean? You know, everyone on the panel and people who left the panel, like, I would say this comfortably, like, when it comes to the gentlemen, we are all red pill aware. That doesn't necessarily mean that we have red pill channels. There's a big difference. You know what? It's my birthday. I'm gonna keep it all the way around. You know, let me make myself big. Let me make myself big. Dre kept it all the way real, right? So my ex, I broke up with her in August, right? And like Dre was checking up on me. You know what I mean? Week 1, you know. Week 2, week 3, week 4. By week 5, Dre's like, listen, man. He said, yo, you can't be talking to RP. You better get back in the game.
Back in the game.
Yo, but that's the truth. I cannot be talking this RP. You know what I mean? And that was real talk. That wasn't a diss. That wasn't a diss, but that's just real talk.
Yeah, but you sidestepping the point. Me and Dre got a whole different issue. That's why he's coach. Of course, at that, I give him his. Like, just like on certain topics, he's gonna win by default. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him that. But he gonna get this work.
Man, listen.
Man, don't let Dre win nothing.
You gonna bow out on it. You gonna bow out by the time we get to the third topic. You're gonna be like, oh man, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, just because
you're scratching the back of your head by the time we get to the third topic.
I need to stand right now. Put him up.
Wait a minute. Richie, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Just because Dre gave me real talk, that don't necessarily mean that Dre won. I just said Dre gave me real talk. I never said Dre won.
No, I'm not saying you did. That was you over there coddling him, talking about how he helped you.
Oh man, it's a great conversation, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Versus Columbia, me and Dre gonna go at it. Hopefully next week.
Oh man,
we gonna.
Oh, that's what we doing. Hold on.
Flyboy, you don't get this work too. Flyboy, you
Hey, Fly. He said pause.
Oh my God. Flyboy.
He said pause.
How do I say it?
Oh, shoot. I just realized I got people in the back. Yeah. Oh, snap. No Excuse Entertainment.
My man.
Bro Podcast is in the building. Hold on. Also,
Los.
Whoa, Triple TV. We outside. It's a whole lot of gang out here, man.
Los is gonna have to help Dre. We do the show in the format of like how to be a millionaire. You get to go head up, but if you need a lifeline, you call in your lifeline. Chocolate Man in Thailand is my lifeline. I'm telling Coach he can have whoever he wants as a lifeline.
How you gonna tell me who my lifeline gonna be? I got my lifeline lined up.
Right.
I said you can pick your own lifeline. I'm sending in a message, Coach. You know how to
yeah.
You can pick who you want. I'm just letting you know. I know Los is out there in Colombia. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this much though. You might have
but I'm out in Colombia too. Come on, B.
Ain't nowhere near.
What he say? What he say? Wait. What'd you say?
Whoa. Hold on, Paul. Hold on. Say that again.
I said he might have got Dominican Republic out of here, but there's no way he's getting Colombia out of here.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a battle.
Between the activities and the Vinnies and the Colombians all together. Oh no.
All right, y'all heard Flyboy. So Flyboy.
Okay, game on, baby.
You got two options, Flyboy. You can either help Coach, or you can have your own. Me and you can get it on whatever, because you've been more countries than probably all of us. Whatever country you want to choose with, you can do it. I'm calling out.
You know, we got. If I'm going to do it, we got to do it with videos. I'll bring all my Colombia videos. You bring all your Thailand videos. Let's see what happens.